All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off of that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. Put up here. So I decided to trade anyway, even though I'm super tired. Probably a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. But we're here in QCOM. We're in a little bit heavy. Today was scale up day, so we're scaled up. Hopefully the first trade out of the gate scaled up is a winner. We got 400 shares right now, so we're going to go 800 for the speed bump on this. This way 400 will sell and 400 will buy. So we're going to get, I'm going to do a break above this candle. And I can't find my glasses, so it's hard for me to see right now. What is this? I don't know. So we'll just do it this way. See on my chart, you can see that white line moving. So I can see where I'm going to put my my stop. I'm at 400. I don't understand what's happening right now. All right, so we'll just do 400 and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I have 400 shares. I guess my buying power is reduced right now because I'm in a swing trade. Forgot about that. So I can't afford, if I take a loss on this, I can't afford to buy 400 more. So I'm pretty much maxing out my account right now, I guess. Let's go look at that. Let's see. Yep. Because I'm in a swing trade. How is that swing trade doing? It's doing pretty good. All right, so there we go. So we got stopped out on our first trade with the scale up, and I scaled up a little bigger than I should have, so that's a bummer. But hopefully this thing will rip up higher from here, and we'll recover all of that on the speed bump and be good to go. Downside is I couldn't get in with as big a size because I'm pretty heavy in a swing trade right now. So unfortunately, I had to reduce my size going long. So I'll have to get a lot more out of it in order to be able to have a full recovery into green. And QCOM, we speed bump to green typically, whereas a normal strategy, we speed bump just to recover some of our losses. And QCOM, we speed bump for green trade. It's a trade on the switchback, not on the normal day trading strategy. And one thing I worry about QCOM is it broke above this, but it didn't quite get above this. But I worry that it breaks above to create liquidity, like people like me that are short, that are going to cover. People are waiting to go long and jump in long, and then it sells off. So that sometimes that happens. So hopefully that's not what just happened, but we'll see. All right, so CVS is looking pretty good. If this thing, because this was the trade, this would be the speed bump, and we're also getting a confirmation for the normal day trading strategy to go short. So it looks like I can afford 162 shares with the buying power I have left. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 150 shares. If this thing will break. CVR over here, QCOM is heading up nicely. Hopefully, right? Because you never really know in the market. But the reality is you're always hoping a little bit. Now, you should always have confidence in the strategy you're trading, but at the same time, you're still always hoping because you never really know. So I hope this comes all the way up here and I can make a bunch of money on this trade. So yes, I used the word hope. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And then CVS, if it switches, we're going to get in. So why do I think QCOM could get back up to that level? Like, why would I even think that's an idea? We already hit pretty much hit this level right here. So why do I think it'll go up to this level? Because of pre-market. So that's why I'm looking at it for pre-market. Once it gets to this level, I don't know that it'll continue past that. But I have a fairly high degree of confidence that it'll at least get to here based on yesterday. And that it'll probably return to pre-market or post-market high, I should say. It was post-market yesterday. So the gray zone. So, and if it returned all the way to where it was yesterday, it's a new high. That'd be awesome. But right now I feel pretty confident that it could get drawn back up to this level. So because of this, it has been there before, so it can go there again. And so and then there's kind of a gap here. So we have a little bit of a gap fill still waiting to happen. So there's a lot of reasons that I can justify. I just don't like using technical analysis to justify because I think you can justify it in a lot of ways. Like I can say, well, look, it's coming back up to this resistance area. So now it's going to go back down, right? So there's so many, like you can justify pretty much whatever you want to happen. And I think if you look at technical analysis and you start justifying what you want to happen, then you start looking at hoping, basically hoping, wishing, and wanting rather than trading off of a strategy with a statistical proven probability of success, which is what we're doing here. So that's why, yes, I hope it's here, but it's I have a high degree of confidence because of the algorithm. And we got 10 seconds, and we're going to jump into CVS. I hope we're going to jump into CVS. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right at low of day. We know this is going to be some support. But we'll see if it holds or if it breaks. Algo says it's going to break. So we're in short. Let's mark it up. So we're only looking at a 20-cent potential gain here. So I'm very light on my share size, but it's all I can afford. So I jumped in, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. So we'll see what happens. And if I take a loss on it, then it's only 20 bucks. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right, so there we go. Stopped out at CVS. Almost got the target right there. And then it did that. So good thing I was really light on the share size. Only lost 30 bucks. Pretty sweet. So we still got QCOM going. We'll see what happens. All right, traders. So we got about not even about 30 seconds left before this candle closes. I don't like to be in the last 5-minute candle. I'm debating on whether I'm going to sit and let this one ride a little bit or if I'm just going to bounce out here. Man, I hate to be in the last 5-minute candle, but I think I'm going to let it ride because this is breaking out. You can see where it's broken out above high of day here. So we're on a breakout right now. The next candle could break out even more. The biggest mistake, I made a bunch of mistakes today we're going to talk about, but right now the account is down to $165 in loss, which is awesome. $130 loss for the day. So that's where I wanted to be, losing maybe 150 if I took a loss today. Not the 300 that I was earlier. Man, what a disaster. So we're in the last 5-minute candle now. I hate being in this candle because if something bad happens here, I'm stuck in this overnight. But I'm going to let it ride because I think we're going to break out here and we might be able to recover our day. How amazing. So I'm going to get ready to start moving stops around here in just a second. What are we at? 42. So I think we're going to go ahead and close this right here. What's the spread? 44. I'm not going to get greedy. We are in the last 5-minute candle. I don't want to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stop in at 40. And then I'm going to trail it up from here. So we're in at 40 right now. So that's about $100 loss in the day. That's super awesome to recover this day. I can't even tell you how excited I am right now. Oh, man, look at this thing go. Go, 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 go. How many minutes we got left? All right, so we're going to scale this up to 53. So we're just going to kind of trail this tight, and then if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. So able to recover most of our day. I got to get out in the next couple of minutes, so this is hate. Okay, cool. So we're out. So good. So now that gives me enough time to click my monitor tab over here on Thinkorswim and double check that I am out of everything I'm supposed to be out of, and yes, I am. Okay, back to chart. Awesome. So there we go. So we ended up with a $78 loss today. How awesome is this? Plus the $30 over here, so 100 bucks. Sweet. That is so awesome because we were down a lot of money. So let's talk about the day, what went wrong and what went right. A couple things went right today, but most of it went wrong. All right, so let's talk about what went right today. So what went right today was I did not trade in the family account because I only had 3 hours sleep and I was not feeling it. But I traded in this account because I only traded one day this week. Then I'm trading today, and then I'm not going to trade next Monday, Tuesday, probably Wednesday. So I wanted to put content up here for you. So I was like, you know what? I know I'm sleepy. I know I'm not focused. I'm going to trade anyway, and I'm going to scale up because that's what my plan called for, right? Like an idiot. I should have just thought, I'm going to trade today. I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to take some small hits. Maybe I make 50 bucks or whatever and call it a day. That's what I should have done, but clearly I wasn't thinking because I haven't had any sleep. So when I got into, so that was the first thing I did right was to decide not to trade in the family account. The second thing is my swing trade is doing awesome that I alerted to members a couple days ago that I jumped into, and that is doing fantastic. I think it was Friday. So awesome. Keep on going. That was Starbucks SBUX. So fantastic. But let's talk about today. So QCOM, here it is. So when I jumped in this morning, I didn't even use my trade calculator to see how many shares I can afford. How many should I buy? Like I just kind of randomly bought 300 or 200 shares or 400 shares or whatever. No, 200 shares. And I jumped in late. It was down here somewhere when I saw it. I already missed a move. I still jumped in anyway because I wanted to make content. So, and then when it pulled back, I was like, sweet, I have a chance to average my cost basis. So I bought more and, basically increasing my risk without even looking to see what it was. So I was supposed to be risking rewarding 150 bucks risk reward, and I ended up with like $300 or something crazy. I was like, what just happened? So it was about 3 and change. So then that's if I would have got out right here. So the next mistake is QCOM. I trade it on the switch and then I speed bump it till I'm green, or speed bump it. If I have a couple losses after the switch, then I'll just stop. But if usually I can speed bump it and be green, or hit it one more time and then recover everything. So I needed to do my speed bump right here, but I traded it like I was trading the normal day trading strategy with one of my other tickers like APPS. And I moved my stop above this candle. It is a little bit of a tower candle, but I still need the speed. I mean, I trade it, vet it. I've been doing this forever with this ticker by speed bumping it here, and I didn't do that. I traded like a normal day trading strategy. So that was my next mistake. Had I done that right here, we would have been broke even on the account, and I probably would have got out broke even on this trade. So, because basically that's what the deal is: trade the switch, and then green, $1 is green, and I'm out. So I didn't do that. So anyway, so there's another mistake. But we got in, speed bumped it, up here. So, and then when I speed bumped it up here, I couldn't get the full share size that I had gotten earlier. I'd be green probably right now, actually, if I was able to do that. But I couldn't get that full share size. So now it's got to move even more for me to recover my losses. So that's bad. And then because I basically maxed out my account, so I probably could have got a little bit more. I probably could have bought like 250 shares or something like that, or 350 shares or somewhere in there. I could have got more than what I bought at the end of the day. But anyway, I just randomly picked that number again, and that's what happens there. Bad planning. You got to plan your trade and trade your plan. I did not plan my trade today. So anyway, but then what I did right here is I told you I expect this to get drawn back to what it did yesterday. So it rallied up, and then I kept saying pre-market, but post-market, basically in the after-hour session, I expected it to get drawn back to that area, and it looks like it just barely got there to that area. So, and nothing's an exact number in the market, even when I think people are talking about support resistance zone or areas or lines, I should say. The support is at $140.26. No, it's an area. It's almost never an exact number. It's usually an area. And there's a lot of times you're going to have people who are going to be doing like liquidity plays. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about there. So that's why I always say it's an area, and I expected it to get drawn back to this area. I know I talked about hope earlier and said, yeah, I hope it, but I had good reason, and I was correct. Look, it did go back to this area. So I held it patiently all day to get there. Technical traders, you could still see where it was either making higher highs and higher lows, or it was not breaking down below the low. It wasn't making lower lows. So except for right here, maybe, nope. So it didn't make in lower lows. So from a technical standpoint, this was still in an uptrend. But yeah, I had a confidence it was going to get drawn there. It did. So we were able to recover most of that loss. So awesome. Super excited about that. All right, so let's go over and look at CVS. What happened, CVS? Here we are, CVS. So we had the switch back, which we didn't trade, right? I showed you I didn't have the buying power to trade it, which I did have a little buying power, which I discovered, and then decided to trade the normal strategy, which is right here. We had our switch and we got permission. So I short, and then it came all the way down most of the way to the trade. I should have put my stop and break even at this point here. If it got like right here, I would have, but it was pretty much right there. I should have just did it, put a break even, and then called it a day. But then I was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I lose $20, $30. So what? I'll just let it ride. So I just let it ride like an idiot instead of just putting my stop break even like I was supposed to. And again, that's what happens. You only have 3 hours sleep. Sometimes you're not focused. And then it rallied at the end of the day, and we got what we got. So, all right. So I want to give you an example on the liquidity thing. Let's see what else we got going on today, and then we'll come back and maybe talk about it with here. Let's see, back up here, see if we see something, and show you what I'm talking about, which I see sometimes. All right, let's look at some of the other tickers we didn't get to trade today, and then we'll see if it shows up in one of these tickers. So NUG right here. So, no switches, so no trading. I mean, it switches at the end of the day, but I don't trade after 12. I don't make new trades after 12. So NUG, CVS, APPS is the last one in the portfolio. And here we are with APPS. We had our switch to the long side, but no permission. And then when we finally did get a switch to the long side with permission, is end of day. I don't want to get into to trades this late in the day, but this looks like it was a solid winner. Almost, not quite. So, but last 5-minute candle I don't like to be in, so I would have just bounced out right here. Could have been a winner. Should have traded that. But I didn't, because end of the day, and I usually don't trade after 12:30. But I just want to show you that worked out good there. So let's see. Do we have an example? Traded it a few times. I might add it to the portfolio and it's been pretty good. The only downside is a lot of times you can't trade it. Like right here, we had our switch, hit the target, like everything works, right? But as my students learn over at the site, look at the entry, 277. Look at the target, 274. It's only 3 cents away with a spread. I mean, come on, you pretty much already like stopped out from the time you buy it. So most of the time, it doesn't give me a big enough play in order for me to get in. So I keep it on my. So right here, we're just gonna use this as an example, and usually it's a little more pronounced. I don't see one right now, so I'm gonna use this as an example. So sometimes what I see is a ticker will come down and hit a support area, and it'll hit that area a bunch of times. Boom, 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 boom. It'll hit that support a whole bunch of times. And then it'll do this exact move right here. But usually when I think it's a liquidity play, it hits the support a lot more. It doesn't just do this. It doesn't just do this little thing here. We usually see a lot of tests of the support. So imagine this hit the support a whole bunch of times. This is what I think happens. It's completely my opinion. You can put, whatever you want in the comments to correct me or give your idea on it. But what I see is it'll do that a whole bunch of times. So what that tells me is, let me draw a line. All right, let's say it's right here. What that tells me is there are people who are looking at that to get out of their long position because it's hitting the support area. Once it breaks support, chances are it's going to crash, right? So those longs a lot of times will put their stops in right there. At the same time, you have a lot of people looking to short right there because if it breaks support, chances are it's going to crash. So you have a bunch of shorts waiting to jump in. Question is, how far will it go, right? So what I think happens is when it does this, there are pro traders with mega bucks that can do a little bit of driving in the market, and they'll see that, and then they're like, oh, next time it hits support, I want to be able to jump in with like 100,000 shares, right? But if I do that, it's going to create slippage because, there's not enough liquidity. So now as I'm buying, the price is going to go up, and I'm not going to get a good average fill. But if I want to buy this long and I want to get a good fill, the next time it hits this level here, I'm going to short this with a decent amount of shares so I can drive it below and make it break that support level with my shares. And once it breaks the support level, everybody's going to get stopped out. It's going to come way down. Shorts are going to start to buy in. But then I'm going to go and get rid of my shorts, buy it back. So now you have buying power, buying right there. And I'm making a little bit of money and I'm buying. And then I'm going to go ahead and pile in a whole bunch more shares because there's all these longs that are selling to get out. So I'm going to pile in a whole bunch more shares. And as long as I can put in a bunch, then a lot of shorts might stop, especially if they're looking at the level 2. And then all I got to do is push it up a little bit, just a little bit to get right back above that area. And a lot of those shorts will cover and longs will get back in and I'll go for the ride. So I believe that happens. And next time you're looking at charts that hit the support a whole bunch of times, and then you have this breakdown and quick recovery, see what you think. Look at the volume, look at what's happening, see what you think's happening there. So when I say liquidity plays, I think that's what's taking place. Someone sees a perfect setup to manipulate the market a little bit but based on their share size, and they take advantage of it. So anyway, there you go. So I showed you the portfolio for today. I'm just going to do a quick little thing here, though, because I wasn't here this week, Monday, Tuesday, or Monday I traded, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I wasn't here. So just want to share this real quick. So QCOM, here's today, right? So we got this roller coaster, recovered our trade. We should have been in the green on QCOM, fully on the green, right? If I had traded properly, proper share size, speed bump to the right location, we should have been at least $1 in the green on QCOM. Screwed it up, so we got $78 lost. So yesterday, here's QCOM, came down, switched, and then could have made the money back to break even here because I would have been long here, and then I would have got speed bumped, and we would have been good to go. So that would have been like basically a break even day. And then on Tuesday, right here, I think this is Tuesday, we had, what is this? Wednesday. So Wednesday, right here, we had our switch. Boom, money. So right here, we had our switch to the long side on Tuesday. Would have failed immediately, which is nice when it happens quick. And then if I was trading strict algo, red day or red trade. So we had a red, then we had a flat, and then we had a red, we had a green, then we had a flat, and then here we are today with a flat, where it should have been a flat, but it's red. Should have been a flat. So that tells me tomorrow could be pretty awesome with QCOM. Not tomorrow, but Monday, when I'm not going to be here trading. So fantastic. So then CVS, because it'll be basically super premium on Monday. So CVS we saw today, right? So yesterday, nothing, because we had nothing going on early enough for me to trade it. And then we had our switch here, and then our switch back. But our switch here didn't have permission, so we didn't short it on the normal deal. Switch back, and then look, we avoided basically a red trade. So not trading this week has been good. I avoided some losses. Here's CVS again. So right here we have our switch to the downside. Nice winner. So it would have been a good winner. So those two would have canceled each other out, right? We're risk rewarding the same thing. And then we saw this trade already. So, all right, cool. So there was CVS and then APPS, just as I try to show you the tickers every day when I'm trading, so you can see those of you who want to track the portfolio. Just showing you what we all missed this week. All right, so here's APPS. So here we are today. Really no trade, even though that algo picked that winner at the end of the day. And then here we are. We have switch back. Boom, look at that big winner. Man, missed out on that. So basically, so far I missed out on money this week by not trading, is what this is showing me. And then no trade the rest of the day. Although, was that a trade? Yeah, we would have short right here. We would have took a loss. But speed bumping it for sure on this, and then we would have recovered it. So, and probably made money with that giant candle right there. So all good. And then right here, switch to the long side, another winner. So winner. Showed you QCOM, showed you APPS, showed you CVS, and then NUG. What did NUG do the rest of this week? NUG did, where are you? So today we saw there's nothing. NUG doesn't trade as often, but the probability is really high. So this is a borderline entry right here. Probably would have got in. And then, 1230, maybe not borderline entry. If I would have got in, it would have been a winner. Algo picked a winner. I don't know if I would have traded it though. And then here we had, we only trade NUG to the long side. So again, what's this? No. Okay. No permission over there. All right. So then, so that was basically NUG for the week. So missing out on more money when I'm not trading. I got my other business ventures that are costing me a lot of money right now because I'm not trading. But when they're done, they should make me a lot of money. So it's like a double investment, right? You're spending all the money in the construction, all the stuff that's happening. That's mostly what I'm doing right now is overseeing and getting hands-on with some construction project that I got going on. So, but so you spend all the money on that construction project. It's like, oh, how much did that cost today? That was only $3,000 for what we did today. But then, well, how much did you lose in the market because you didn't trade? So everything gets expensive when you're a trader. You're going to go on vacation. How much is that cruise that you're going to go on? Oh, it's $4,000 and we're going to go to Alaska for a week. But really you're missing out on another $20,000 because you're not trading that week. So that cruise actually costs you. So you're going to see, if you're not already a pro trader watching this, as you get better at trading, everything gets expensive. Like, oh, I'm going to go to the beach today. I want to go fishing. I'm going to get up early and go fishing. How much did that cost you? $5,000 to go fishing today? So yeah, you'll see. Watch. As you start trading, it gets expensive. All right, so let's go look at the log real quick so we can see what is going on over there. All right, so here we are in the log for today. $115 is our loss for today. Man, and like I said, when I scale up, I want to scale up into a winning day, like an epic winning day. And so stupid, but it is what it is. So that's our day. So over at the scaling ladder. All right, so now we're back to the $100 range. So I got to wait for my green bar to come back to 150. So nice having the log do this for me. I don't have to do the math. I don't have to try to figure out where I'm at. I just come over here. Oh, green is in 100. So now I want to trade next week. I'll be back in the $100 range until we get back to the 150. And that's how it is. And it's for the day. I don't scale up in the middle of the day. I always trade whatever I'm at for the whole day. And then I'll scale up. So if I took a loss today, 150, I'll trade again at 150. I won't back myself up in the middle of the day. I'll trade the portfolio out for the day and then see where we're at. And then the next day, I'll look at the bars. And then that's basically what I'll trade off of. Okay, so then we are over here in April. So now we just put on $115 red day. But only trade 3 days this month so far. At least we're still green, 145 bucks on the account total. With the swing trade I'm doing right now, this will be a lot higher if it closes in April. So hopefully that will close here in April. Hopefully in the next couple of days, actually, the way it's going. Would be pretty nice. But anyway, that's where we're at. Hope everybody had an awesome day. Make sure when you're trading, you're focused. And sometimes, it's better to have cash as your position and not trade if you're not focused or you got things going on, and stuff like that. So, but what do you do if you feel like overwhelmed? Like, I have to trade today, like I did, right? But then maybe the answer is just to trade with really small size. Like, if I wanted to put content up and that was my driver to trade today, even though I knew I probably shouldn't have traded today, I'd probably make bad decisions. So then the answer would have been like, well, if you want to put content up, just make 20 bucks a hit, whatever. Just show the algo working. So, but, so sometimes you think to yourself, I'm not focused. I'm having other things going on, whatever it might be, distractions you have. And you might think, oh, I'm just going to trade smaller. I'm just going to do this. But then what happens is you get emotional and you're not focused. You're not thinking. So it's easy to say, I'm going to trade for 20 bucks. But then next thing you know, you take a $20 loss and you're like, screw it, I'm going in for, $1,000 on my next trade. And it's like, whoa, but you're not thinking straight. You're really emotional, and that happens. So the psychology of a person when it comes to trading, like, these things can destroy an account really fast. So a lot of times it's better just to not trade. The other thing to do is just to trade, which if you're making content, it's hard to do, is just to trade where you don't sit there and watch the computer, where you put your order in, you purchase, you put your OCO order in, so it's automatically going to sell for you, and you have your alerts to tell your phone what's up, and then you walk away. You walk away, like leave the house, or turn the computer off or whatever it is, and then just let the trades work for themselves. So you're not going to sit there and try to manipulate them or do stupid things when you're not thinking straight. There's a bunch of different things, but it should be a part of your trade plan. Think about what you're going to do when you're in that situation where you feel like you shouldn't trade, but you still want to. What do? You trade in a sim? What do you do? Put that put it in the comments below. And if you can give me a like or a thumbs up, that would help me out a lot with YouTube's algorithm. And all right, everybody, we'll see you next week. I'll probably be back on Wednesday or Thursday, putting like a little bridge in on Monday. So we'll see how long it takes to get this thing in. But then I'll be back on maybe Wednesday or Thursday. All right, everybody, have an awesome weekend.